Hey everybody, it's Matt Shu from Upright Health, and today I'm answering a question for our Q&A playlist. This is a question from Ekam Deal, or Ekam Deal. I have no idea where he or she is from, and I have no idea how to pronounce this. So thank you, Ekam or Ekam, wherever you are and whatever country this is, whatever language you speak. Thanks for your message. You have an interesting question, and I thought I'd answer it for you. So the summary is this: Ekam, I'm assuming for the sake of assuming that you're a man. So Ekam is saying when he lies down in bed, his feet externally rotate a ton. Like a lot of times when you lie down, if you have pretty good hip balance, your feet will generally kind of hang out kind of straight or slightly toed out. He's saying his toes go way out here. Not that big of a problem in general. I would never think like, oh boy, your feet point out, you're in for it. But he ends up having pain when sitting down. So he says when I'm sitting down, because my feet are so externally rotated, my femurs follow them. So he's saying like here, his femurs follow them, and also abduct. So basically rotate and abduct. The problem is this causes my adductors to kick in, and I get really sore after sitting for just 1 hour in my adductors. I've sought help from physiotherapists, but none of what they're doing is helping. They're just making me do clam and glute exercises. So that caught my attention, Ekam Deal, because you're telling me that you're doing this a ton, and then when you go to see people to give you help, they're making you do this, which is exactly the motion that you're trying to avoid, that you're trying to correct. But if you're doing clam glute exercises, clams and other glute exercises, I'm assuming, then what's happening is you're actually training the external rotators and abductors to keep abducting and externally rotating your femurs, which is what you're not trying to do. So what I would suggest instead, we have some videos of this already, but different kind of glute stretches would probably be a better idea. So actually you can start off just by crossing one foot over like this, and there's a couple things you can do now. You could just get a stretch this way, like trying to bring your chest towards your foot. So right now I'm getting a stretch into my glute, right? So this is easy to do at work, right? You just find that first resistance point, hang out there a little bit, and then gradually, as you can, you keep moving your chest closer and closer. Never push through a resistance point. You just want to relax, hang out, and let your body learn to relax and safely move a little bit more and more forward. Okay, so again, you find your resistance points, and then you can gradually breathe calmly, feel into that tightness, and just let yourself go into it. That's one thing that is probably going to help stretch out your glutes. Another thing you can do, same position, is actually to just grab. So you started here, and then you're going to grab and pull that knee across your body. So it's like it's going towards the opposite shoulder. And that's also giving you a little bit of an internal rotation, as well as that glute stretch, right? So it's going to feel somewhat similar, but it's also going to be quite different. It'll be in that same area, but it's going to be asking your hip to do something a little bit different. You can adjust the position, right? So if I started off here, ankle to my thigh, I can go mid-shin to my thigh and do the same thing. I can do the same thing here. Another option is also going to the knee. So for me, generally, it feels more effective there. So I can go like that and start bringing my chest towards my knee. This way, yeah. I mean, this, like, you can see how easy this is for me. That doesn't really do that much for me, but it might do something for you. So you want to experiment a little bit, see where you feel a good positive stretch. One thing you might be thinking is, well, why are you're externally rotating that? It's okay, you'll feel it. You're going to get the glute stretch, and when you're done, then you're going to want to check to see how this all feels. what's very likely going to feel different is that your hip no longer wants to externally rotate so much because you've stretched out the glute. You've also stretched some of the deep hip internal rotators. Other easy ideas for you when you're at work, you can do like a lateral hamstring stretch, again to kind of help you get try to turn down that lateral rotation, external rotation that you're getting. So you basically just throw your foot up. Actually, you're probably better off on a chair. Throw that foot like that, pull the toes back, and just give yourself a little twist here and then start going into the stretch. So you're going to look for a stretch going all the way up along here, and hopefully that'll help you out. So the lateral hamstrings can also contribute to that external rotation. And when you're sitting a lot with your knees bent, the lateral hamstrings tend to get pretty crappy. So anyway, this is what you want to be doing. I'm kind of showing this to you in an extreme angle because I also don't want my head to get cut off by the top of the camera here. But when you're doing this, you can start up high, right? And you probably will need to keep the toes pulled back, give yourself a little twist. Right there, you might already feel a stretch. And then you're just going to ease your way into it, just as you feel you can tolerate. So Ekam, Diol. Wherever you are, I hope that gives you a couple different ideas. You may also want to do some foam rolling or stretching for the inner thighs, just because they have spasmed up with all that compensation and all that cramping. Might need to be relaxed a little bit just to get everything moving again. But those are a couple quick ideas, easy things you can do at the office. If you're somebody like Ekam, Diol, then you can give these things a try. Of course, your mileage may vary. These are ideas to help you kind of sort things out for yourself. And as always, be safe with your stretches, monitor how your body feels, see what it does for you. Different things help people in different ways. Hopefully this helps you out, and I hope you remember that pain sucks. Life shouldn't.